How's it going, gamers? It's RebelX here in the War Room, and today we're looking at Dying Light, Gameplay Tips and Tricks Part 2. This is where we're going to be looking at the different types of weapons you can find in Dying Light, their strengths, and also what you can get for them at the shop and their rarity, along with the fact of how further along you should be upgrading your character. So let's look into that right here, right now. Alright gamers, let's talk about the items first. Now the first type of items you'll find in this game are gray items. These are gas pipe, 2x4s, wood items. These are the weakest items in the game. These items don't fetch a heavy price at trade posts, and they're not good to use against large groups of zombies. They'll end up breaking on you very quickly. Your stamina gets wasted very fast. The moment you move on further in the game, don't ever use another gray item again. They're not worth your time to use in this game at all. Now, blue items on the other hand, these items are hammers, small pitchforks. These fetch a much greater price at trade posts when you go out and scavenging for them. They also pack more of a punch. You could upgrade blue items if you want, but be aware you still waste your stamina just as quickly on blue items as you do gray items. My personal favorite are green items. These items are, small blades. We're talking machetes, much more stronger items here. These items can cut weaker zombies down with one hit. They fetch a very high price at trade posts. These are the kind of weapons you want to upgrade. There are certain types of knives and pitchforks weapons that you can only get that are green that you should upgrade. They do pack a punch and they kill enemies very quickly. Now, purple items, these are the very rare items. These are the weapons that cost, $10,000, $12,000. These are the kind of items, and also too our guns are my personal favorite, are pistols, machine guns. Pistols are very good against zombies, but not too particularly recommended. My personal favorite are the military rifles and police rifles. These are single shot to burst rifles. These can kill soldiers and zombies with one hit to the head or a couple shots in the chest. But my all-time favorite weapon is a double barrel shotgun. This thing will obliterate enemies with one hit each. You gotta love the firearms in this game. Really amazing stuff. But definitely purple items are the items that you're gonna want to keep with you at all times. I wouldn't recommend trading them. They are very rare to come by, especially shotgun items. So once you get a purple item, keep it with you. Do not trade it, do not lose it. These are definitely the kind of guns you want to keep with you, along with weapons as well that are definitely the best weapons to upgrade and take on large groups of enemies. You won't worry about stamina breaking down on you too fast. They can kill enemies very quickly before you have to worry about your stamina. The ultimate weapons though in this game are orange items. These are extremely rare items to find, very expensive at shops, but these are literally one-hit kill items. For example, this machete right here is an orange item. I'm about to take on these two soldiers right here. Watch. One hit, he's dead. 1, 2, he's dead. The orange items are the items you want to find, and they will kill enemies instantly. Alright gamers, let's go back to your ranks now. Now you've made it pretty far in the game. Let's talk about more things you need to unlock. Now Survivor rank, once you've gotten your full repair ability, the next thing you should unlock is building a shield, then your push ability, your grappling hook ability, and then finally your camouflage attack. Now, let's first talk about the shield. Now, when you build shields, shields can be built from material items, things you find easy in the world. Now, shields are gray items. They don't last very long, but shields are excellent when using up against hordes of zombies, but my personal favorite, armored soldiers. Now, armored soldiers, these guys take a while to kill sometimes, depending upon how strong they are. The shield will take all the melee damage and all the kick damage it can deal for as long as it can. This is a great thing to utilize against enemy heavily armored troops. Now, the next ability we're talking about here is Camouflage. You can actually use this as a combo like I do, and I'll explain for you in just a moment. So the first thing to do is that once you kill an enemy zombie, there's more on the way. Hold down the A or X button, depending on which controller you're playing on, and camouflage your character in your enemy's blood. So this will allow you to then walk around in front of zombies. They won't attack you. The next thing you want to do is charge at these zombies and push them on the ground. Once you push enemy zombies on the ground, the next thing you'll be able to unlock in terms of power ability is to smash people's heads in. Once you knock zombies down, you can smash their heads in. This saves you a lot of time, not worrying to have to use your melee weapons. Your melee weapons will last a lot longer, and you'll garner more points as well. Now, the thing about the grappling hook in this game, once you unlock it, for me, it's extremely cheap, but this is a great weapon to use at night. You'll still get agility abilities for using the grappling hook. You'll even get double, if not triple, depending upon where you hook the grappling hook and how high you jump and what type of danger zone you're in. So the grappling hook is definitely worth getting. Now, talking about your power ability. Now, power ability you should unlock further down the road is able to smash enemies' heads in, duration on melee weapons a lot stronger, and also you to take more damage. Now, when you go in and clearing out safe houses further along in the game, zombies will be laying on the ground waiting for you to show up. Instead of doing the traditional, waste your melee weapon on enemies, when they're already on the ground, rush up to them and stomp their heads in. This is a great ability to use also when you're punching them in the head or knocking them out of the ground. It's a great thing to utilize in this game. Other thing too to keep in mind is when you're powering up your character, you want to make sure you can last longer in fights. The further you get along in this game, the stronger your enemies will become, and you need to upgrade your stamina. Stamina is the key thing in melee combat. This is something that a lot of people tend to forget. They tend to get too involved with the special abilities that your character can do. Increase your stamina as much as possible. You're going to last a lot longer in fights and do a lot more damage as well. So remember, stamina comes first over special abilities in this game. Alright, now gamers, let's talk about agility. Now, agility, as you further get along with the game, the next thing you should be unlocking for agility after you get your free running ability is able to push enemies away faster, and also for yourself, able to punch and pass enemies a lot faster as well. Escape is also a key thing as well for you, so when you get grabbed on an enemy, you can easily push them off before they can do any damage to you. So upgrade your escape abilities quickly, and of course, as always, your tackle ability. As I said earlier on, camouflage your character. Once you're surrounded by enemies, try to push them away, knock them down. And once you knock down a few more enemies, camouflage yourself again and finish them off with a kick in the face. But if you're facing enemies that are explosive enemies, the tackle ability is great because you can run up to them, push them away, or make them fumble, hit them a couple times, and then back off, and you'll be able to take care of them a lot faster. So remember, upgrade your tackle ability and your escape ability first on your agility once you get further along in the game in order to survive. Alright guys, the last thing we're going to cover here on the gameplay tips and tricks too is once you get further along in the level and you unlock a new city, no longer will the game provide you with drops anymore. You actually have to find crates now that are guarded by Raz's men. These are actually heavily guarded areas. What I recommend to do is use the environments to your advantage. Start by having a gun battle ensue, allow the zombies to come in and fight for you. The other thing too is that look for explosives in the area. It sometimes will take a little while for zombies to finally get the idea that, oh, there's gunfire over there. So instead of waiting for the zombies to show up, take out a few enemy soldiers and then look for explosive barrels. Explosive barrels in the areas of Raz's crates are oftentimes on the roof. So make sure you battle on the roof, make sure you try to keep your eyes open, and let the zombies fight for you. Keep in mind too is that once you do have your camouflage ability, you're probably thinking to yourself going, well, wait a minute, if I flood the whole area with enemy zombies, how am I going to get the crates? Don't worry about it. Kill a few zombies, cover yourself in their blood, camouflage, and you'll be able to go down there and unlock the crates without worrying about getting torn to pieces. Now, as I said before earlier, you are going to be fighting on the rooftops. This is a pretty dangerous maneuver, but inside those crates of Raz's crates are a lot of really good items, and this is also a great way for you to get better equipped in the game world and allow you to improve your relationship with the quartermasters. So once the enemy's been cleared out, cover yourself with your opponent's blood, camouflage your character, lockpick Raz's crates, and you'll be able to find a lot of very useful items inside these crates, such as either health packs, and also sometimes you might find a couple rare weapons inside, or at least around the crate by dead soldiers. So is this Raz's crates worth going after? Absolutely. Alright gamers, that's all the time we have for today here in the War Room on Dying Light Gameplay Tips and Tricks Part 2. We're going to do one more video on gameplay tips and tricks on Dying Light, along with a review, so be sure to stay tuned to the War Room for more. And until then, we'll see you guys next time here in the War Room.